Good morning, students. I'm Dr. Vijay Bhandari, Associate Professor in CSE Department, SIIT. So I will teach you today Python tuples, how to use tuples in Python programming languages, right? Now, let's start with the topic tuples. So first I will explain you what is a tuple, and I will give you a lot of more examples so that you can understand into a Python with the tuples. So a tuple is a collection of objects which is ordered and immutable. Whereas you have seen the list which is mutable, which is can be editable, which can be changeable, which can be the elements can be removed, pop, right? But tuples are sequence just like a list. The differences between the tuples and list, that is the tuples cannot be changed unlike lists. So tuples are parentheses, whereas list are uses square brackets, right? So that I have shown you when you create the list, so in brackets, but you create the tuples in a parenthesis, right? So we must be aware about that. So we're creating a tuples like is as a sample as putting different comma separated values. So optionally you can put these comma separated values between the parentheses. For example, like t is tuple, and here I am giving the elements 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, right? This is the comma. Now if I want like create the empty tuple, so that we can create the empty tuple. The wrong way to declare a tuple with the single element, like when I write 1, so that is the wrong thing. Also if I add some comma, so this is also wrong statement. Now so I will teach you, I will put some basic example, practical example of that, so that you can easy to understand, right? So first let's do some practical sets examples. Now open the ideally. If you have not seen my list video, so you can just prefer list video, L4 video, right? Now I will create new file and save it. Right, tuples, right? Now I'm creating a tuple using parenthesis. Now t is equal to, I will use the parenthesis 1 comma 2 comma 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 comma 10. Whether I print t, so will it execute? Yes. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9 10. These are the elements which I have created as a tuples, right? Now if suppose t1 is equal to, this is the empty tuple, and I suppose I wanted to print t1, so will it execute? Yes or no? No. Yes, it is like empty tuple, right? But if I want to, like if I which I have shown you in PPT, so if I want to create your some adding the elements, so this is the wrong way to declare a tuple with single elements, right? But it prints the elements, right? As it is when you print 1 comma, right? So it just I give you the example 1 comma. So tuple, you can create the tuple with single elements, right? So these are the ways to create the tuples, but the wrong way to declare a tuple with single element, but it gives you the result, right? So printing the element of a tuple. Now print t1 t, and I want to just pick the first element. So here the output will be 1, right? Here t0 is equal to 1. If I want to element 6, sixth index, so it will give you 7 because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just I wanted to ask about that. This is the element of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth element. This is the sixth element. This is the seventh element. This is the eighth element. This is the ninth element, right? As like 0 element, 1, 0th index, 1th index, second of index, third of index, and this is like 4th of index. So these are the indexing. Now I want to just a second. Yes, I want to just print ninth element. So will it be executed? Yes, ninth element will be 10, right? So hopefully you will be understanding with the tuples how it works, right? Now I give you another example of that. Can't be update the values of the tuples. How? Like t0, right, and is equal to 21. Now will it work? Nothing, because it can't be updated immutable. So tuple object does not support items assignment. So this is the meaning of that. Tuples can't be edited. That's why it is immutable, and list is mutable. That can be edited, that can be changed, that can be insert. Some elements we can insert, we can pop, we can remove, we can add, whatever the operations can be performed into list. But in tuples we cannot edit any ways, right? So this is the how to create a tuple using parenthesis, how we create the empty tuple, what is the wrong way to declare a tuple with the elements, 1 comma if you add tuple with single elements, printing the elements of a tuple, right, cannot update the value of the tuples, how I have shown you example of that. Is that clear to you? If you have any questions, to please put your query in chat box. Now I will create the tuple using, like if I want to count the elements, right? If I have created a tuples t equal to 1 2 3 4 up to 10 elements, and if I want to like print t1 dot count, how many is one are there? So just execute this command and gives you the like tuple does not support this items. Okay, so just I think I have to comment it first. Now it is not able to print t1 is not defined, so I think t1 is not defined. Yes, so here I have to create the object t1. Now will it execute? Yes, yes, 1. So how many repeatable of 1? If I add here directly, so it will count 1. So if I want to count 1, 2, right? So there is 2 times 1. If I want to 2, so I will give some example of that 2. So it will execute. How many times the 2 comes? 6. Yes. So if you count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it will count your elements using tables. Now I want to print t1 dot index of 7. So will it execute? Yes, 12. So 7th element is the 7th. This is the 12th index. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So these elements will be in the index of 12. Right. Now, if I want, suppose the 2, index of 2, let's see, 2, 0, 1, 2. This first in 2 comes in index of 2. So that is correct answer, right? So index of 2 is 2. I think it is this is the real example of the tuples which I have explained to you. And the more operations, the more practice makes you perfect. So keep practice on the tuples and list, right? So that you can explore yourself more, right? And be aware about when you create the tuples. So this is the immutable objects, right? So in today's lecture, I have shown you what is a tuple, how it works, and what is the difference between list and tuples, right? So tuples are used to store multiple items in a single variables, right? Tuple is the one of the 4th built-in data types in Python, used to store collection of data, right? And tuple is a collection of which is ordered and unchangeable, right? It should be in an order, it should be an unchangeable, right? So where we write the elements in the bracket, that is called list, but in parenthesis that is called tuples, right? So when we want to index or we want to retrieve the elements based on the index, so we can pick it very easily in by the tuple using the tuples. So tuples items are unchangeable, ordered, and allowed duplicate values also. So here you can see the duplicate values, different types of the duplicate values, like 2 many times it is repeated, right? So it is possible, right? So tuples are indexed, and first items has index 0, second items has index 1, respectively 2, 3, 4, and -1. So it is ordered, right? So is that clear to you? It is ordered. When we say that tuples are ordered, so it means that the items have a defined order and that order will not change. So that is ordered. And what is unchangeable? So tuples are unchangeable, meaning that we cannot change, add, or remove items after the tuples has been created. And allow duplicates, since two tuples are indexed, they can have items with the same values, right? So for example, I have shown you like tuples I have created. There is apple, banana, cherries, apples, cherries. So if I execute the tuples, so it will print apple, banana, cherries, apple, cherries. So uh, it is the way of creating and printing the tuples, right? So if you have any doubts, please ask me in chat box. Thank you. Thanks for today. Goodbye. See you. I will discuss the difference between the tuples and list in a real scenario in next video. Thank you.